Are you sure you're getting all of the senior perks you've earned? Most people miss out on hundreds, sometimes thousands in savings every year, from property taxes to travel. So let's fix that. Hey everybody, welcome to Thrifty Budgeting. Alright, let's jump into our first money saver. Tip number 1, save on property taxes. Owning a home is great until that property tax bill shows up like an unwanted guest. But here's something many seniors don't realize. You might already qualify for programs you're not even aware of. You just have to know where to look. Now, most people are familiar with homestead exemptions, where the taxable value of your home gets reduced so you're taxed on less money. Now, those don't have anything to do with age. Plenty of homeowners use them right now. But once you hit your 60s or age 65, depending on your state or county, a lot of places unlock enhanced exemptions or even a tax freeze. That's relief on top of the basics. So what's the catch? These benefits don't always start automatically, and lots of seniors forget to check once they cross that age milestone. Then there's also something called deferrals. Now, these let you postpone paying some or all of your property taxes until you sell your home or transfer ownership. For short-term relief, this can be a real lifeline, but it's not a free ride. The unpaid balance builds year after year, often with interest, and when the home is sold or inherited, that amount has to be paid off. That said, if you just need a couple of years of wiggle room, a deferral can be a smart way to ease the pressure without giving up your house. Now, here's the game changer if you happen to be thinking about moving. A tax freeze can be the deciding factor for you. And that may be something you want to research. For example, in Tennessee, once you qualify, your property taxes on your main home are locked in, even if assessments or tax rates rise. Now, not every county offers this, but choosing a location with a freeze program can save you thousands over your retirement compared to settling somewhere that doesn't. So the bottom line is, don't assume that you're already getting every break. A quick call to your local tax assessor's office just might uncover savings that you didn't even know was on the table, and it's well worth checking into if you're not taking advantage of it right now. So that's how you keep more money in your pocket at home. But what about when you head out for a bite to eat? Let's see what savings might be hiding right on the menu. Tip number 2, take a % off when dining out. Eating out doesn't have to throw your budget off track. There are plenty of restaurants that still dish out discounts if you're age 55 or 60 and up. For example, Denny's and IHOP both still have senior menus at many locations, and that's usually good for ages 55 plus. Other chains like Applebee's, Chili's, and Golden Corral also offer senior perks. Now, often they'll give 10 to 20% off. Some places require you to ask if they have a senior discount up front, and you might encounter others that will actually just have specific senior days, so you want to check before you order. Then there's always the early bird special. Now, technically, no, that's not just for seniors. Anyone can grab it up, but let's be real. Who else is eating at 4:30 besides retirees and parents with toddlers? So eat earlier, save cash, and skip that dinner rush. Now, fast food is your thing. You can check out places like McDonald's, Wendy's, and Burger King. Sometimes they'll toss in free drinks or discounts, but this is going to vary by store. Now, something else to consider, and while this isn't senior specific, you want to check out and join a restaurant's free loyalty club. The benefits are many. I mean, they have coupons, birthday freebies, and surprise deals. But what's cool, in some places, you can stack that with a senior discount or an early bird price. In other places, you may need to pick one or the other, so always ask. So now that we've covered dining, let's switch gears a bit to another area where seniors can stretch their dollars with tip number 3, health discounts. Healthcare costs can creep up fast, but the good news is there's always ways that you can still trim that bill. So at Walgreens, the first Tuesday of most months is Senior's Day. So if you're 55 and older, you get 20% off the regular priced items. So you can use this for skincare, vitamins, and other over-the-counter goods. Now, prescriptions aren't included, but this is still a solid savings on everyday stuff. Now, there's also Rite Aid's Rewards 65 Plus program. At 65 and older, you get 5 times the points on the first Wednesday of each month. Now, those points become bonus cash for things like cough drops or lotion. Again, not for prescriptions, but really handy for stocking up. For your actual prescriptions, AARP's prescription discounts sometimes will beat your copay, or you can also try free discount cards like GoodRx or Single Care. Now, many of those let you compare prices across pharmacies in your zip code before you even leave home. Then when you pick it up, just show the coupon code on your phone to lock in the savings. Now, here's a freebie that many miss because it just was newly introduced. Since January of 2023, Medicare Part D covers recommended vaccines like shingles at no cost. And if money's tight, the Extra Help program can knock down your premiums, deductibles, and copays depending on your income. Bottom line, between discount days, reward points, and a quick online prescription price check, you can cut your health cost while keeping your medicine cabinet stocked. Okay, we've got your health covered. Now, let's talk about keeping your car healthy without tanking your bank account. Tip number 4, cut your auto service bill. Your car needs care. Oil changes, tires, inspections, and all that can add up fast. So here's some things that you can do to help bring relief in that area. A lot of shops quietly give seniors a break if you ask. Now, Jiffy Lube in some locations offer anywhere from 10 to 15% off. And at Midas, many take off 10% for folks age 55 and older. Now, if the shop that you go to happens to be AAA approved, AAA members often get 10% off parts and labor just by asking. Now, even if there's no discount, you can still do things like bring in coupons, ask about price matching, or schedule work on slower weekdays when shops might be a little more flexible. Now that we have the car sorted, let's move on to something a lot more fun. Tip number 5, save money on entertainment. Now, being thrifty doesn't mean sitting home staring at the wall. Entertainment discounts are everywhere if you just look. Now, movie theaters are a solid start. AMC and Regal often offer senior pricing for ages 60 on up. Now, usually that's a few bucks off. Whether you can put that with other deals depends on the theater, but sometimes you can walk in paying less for the movie than the popcorn. Now, if live shows are your jam, community theaters, local symphonies, and performing arts centers often give seniors 10 to 30% off. Preview nights or early shows can be even cheaper. Now, even if you don't see a discount posted, be sure and ask if they have senior pricing at the counter. That works more often than you think. Alright, movies are fun, but let's talk about saving on everyday stuff that really adds up. Tip number 6, senior shopping savings. Clothing and household items can sneak up on your budget, but plenty of stores reward seniors with discount days. And if you're not taking advantage of them, be sure and do it. Goodwill and Habitat Restores will often give an extra 10 to 20% off on certain days. So all of a sudden your $5 chair becomes $4. And hey, every dollar counts, especially if you happen to be on a fixed income. Now at Kohl's, if you're age 60 and up, you get 15% off every Wednesday and no coupon is required. Joann Fabrics and Michaels offer around 10% off if you bring your ID. Now this is perfect for crafts or stocking up for the grandkids. The key takeaway is ask. Many stores don't advertise senior deals, but a quick question at the checkout can mean instant savings. Okay, now that we got shopping covered, let's talk about saving when you're away from home. Tip number 7, senior hotel savings. Now, travel doesn't have to scare the life out of your budget. Plenty of hotels roll out their senior rates if you ask. So big names like Hilton, Marriott, and Holiday Inn usually will take 10 to 15% off their standard rates for guests who are age 60 or 62 and up. Now, over a week-long trip, that covers dinners or desserts. Now, also, you got places like Best Western, Choice, and Red Roof, and they'll often toss in perks like early check-in or flexible cancellation. And that comes in handy if your plans start to shift. Budget chains like Motel 6 and Extended Stay also give senior rates, and you can usually stack up points on top if you join their programs. Now remember, when you check in, you always want to have that ID with you so you can show your age. Now online booking often has a senior rate option that's tucked in the menus, so be sure and look for those. Now checking into a hotel is nice, but how about cutting the cost of the flight to get there? Tip number 8. Senior air travel savings. Airfare feels sky high, but a few airlines and trains give seniors a break. United and American both offer senior fares for ages 65 and plus. Now, this is only on select routes, so think of this as a hidden perk, but not a guarantee. And Alaska Airlines sometimes offers senior pricing as well, depending on the market. Again, not everywhere, but asking never hurts. Amtrak makes it easy. If you're age 65 and older, you get 10% off most fares automatically. You just want to make sure to choose that senior option when you book. And when you land, car rental places like Hertz often will give AARP members up to 20% off car rentals, and sometimes extends deals to seniors without membership. And there you have it. From property taxes to plane tickets, seniors have way more savings options than most people realize. The key: don't be shy about asking. A simple question or a click can put money right back in your pocket. You've earned these perks, so use them and keep that budget smiling. Until next time, stay thrifty.